seiner Karriere gegangen. Er hat sein erstes Major-Finale erreicht bei den UK Open. Aus Wales, the Iceman, Gerwyn Price. Gerwyn Price spielt jetzt gegen die Nummer 3 der Setzliste der Happy Bet German Darts Championship. Er ist der erfolgreichste Spieler aus dem deutschsprachigen Raum überhaupt in der Sportart Darts. Hat ein Wahnsinnsjahr 2016 gespielt, unter anderem das European Tour Event von Riesa gewonnen. Inzwischen ist er die aktuelle 10 der Welt. Aus Wien, the gentle Mensur Suljovic.
Well, 3 men are through to the semi-finals already. Only one more can join them, and it's either the Welshman Gerwyn Price or the big Austrian Mensur Suljovic. Both men, major finalists in the PDC. Mensur making his first major final of the European Championships at the end of last year, having been superb on the European Tour right the way through the year. As for Gerwyn Price, well, it was the UK Open very recently that provided his first big TV final, losing out in the end to Peter Snakebite Wright. Of course, it was MVG who did for Mensur, and both Wright and MVG still in the tournament. We could have a repeat of one of those finals over the course of this tournament. Of course, if Gerwyn Price wins this, it will be a repeat of the UK Open final in the semis, because it is Peter Wright who awaits the winner of this one. Difficult one to call, because I've been impressed with both men. They both had superb performances in their opening matches. The level dipped a little bit in the ones that followed, but it's about who can turn it on in this final session. Dan Dawson in the commentary box for this one. Chris Murphy alongside me for it. Who's going to win, Chris? Who's going to win this one?
Ladies and gentlemen, first leg, Gerwyn to throw first. Game on!
Answer me!
Well, I was just letting Russ Bray tell us who was throwing first and what leg it was. It's a first, and it's going to be Gerwyn Price. But, well, there's arguments for both players, Dan. I'm going to sit firmly on the fence, because Gerwyn Price has never made a semi-final on the European Tour. However, he's got a very good record against Mensur Suljovic.
I was surprised to see how good a record it is, because when you consider that Gerwyn Price has only been playing PDC darts for 3 years, that has coincided with the rise of Mensur Suljovic. 5 times they have met. How many wins for Gerwyn Price, Chris? Do tell us.
4 for Gerwyn Price.
That's an 80% success rate, man.
It certainly is, and Mensur's only beat him once, and I assume that once would have probably been on the European Tour, but no, Gerwyn Price has beat him on the European Tour.
Yeah, it was in Barnsley, pretty much a year ago today.
Yeah, 4 of the meetings were last year, and Gerwyn Price won 3 of those. Yeah, I must admit, Dan, I don't want to do Gerwyn Price down. You know, we've got fantastic expectations of him, but I was shocked as well at reading that.
Well, Gerwyn Price managed to beat Mensur Suljovic last year in a UK Open qualifier in the semi-finals to make his first PDC final. Now, in the end, he was beaten by MVG, but shortly after, he went on to claim his first PDC title and then added another in the very next Pro Tour tournament as Mensur fills it up.
Gerwyn Price has got a habit of taking out big checkouts recently. A 160 in the UK Open, a 148 in his last match, and a 144 now to kick off this first leg. What a start in response to the 180 from Suljovic.
Absolutely world class. If you aren't excited about the potential that this Welshman has, I don't know what gets you excited in darts, because he keeps coming up with stuff. When he first appeared in the PDC, I was talking to Rob Malarkey about him. Barry Bates brought him along to Q School, and people didn't know who he was. Played a few opens around the place, but people didn't know who I was. And how impressive is the rise that he's had, the abilities. He doesn't know how good he could be, but he's
60.
Getting better. If he wins this tournament, Gerwyn Price, not only would it be his first Euro Tour, he moves into the world's top 16.
I'd say it's so far the second best product of Q School.
Behind?
Dave Chisnall. Would you agree?
I think that's a very astute observation.
100.
He's certainly living his darting dreams. He was a competitor on the rugby field. But he's certainly taken to this sport like a duck to water. He's actually only been playing about 5 years.
Yeah. That's the astonishing thing, isn't it? In a very, very short space of time, he has gone from being somebody who watched a bit of the darts on the telly to being an elite dart player. And I think you'd have to class him as an elite dart player if he gets in the top 16. He's already made a major final, man.
Yeah, 2 Pro Tour titles, as you mentioned. It's annoying, isn't it, Dan? Some people are just good at everything.
137.
He's rubbish on roller coasters. Got him down Blackpool Pleasure Beach. Couldn't work it out. But, you know, small price to pay. 14s for Mensah.
Small price to pay. See what he did there, Dan?
51.
Didn't mean to, but I did. Surely not.
70.
Gerwyn. Behave, man! Oh!
Let's see, require 40.
Well, little wry smile from Gerwyn Price. Suljovic must be sick of the sight of him, but he's pleased to see that one land in the double top.
Third leg going to throw first. Game on.
Would have been the highest checkout of the weekend.
Well, you wouldn't have seen a higher one. Could play forever.
140.
161 so far, I still think has not been eclipsed. That was Benito van der Pas against poor old Jan Dekker, who was whitewashed today. One thing we haven't seen today, Dan, is a 11-leg thriller.
No. We've seen some close games. Well, certainly the Klaassen van der Pas was an absolute belter, but didn't get down to a final leg. Alan Norris, 6-4, lost to Kim Huybrechts earlier. Gerwyn Price, 6-4 against Kevin Painter. And that's about as close as any of the games have got today.
Yeah, Suljovic was a 6-2 winner against Joe Cullen, who hit 5 180s against Mensah, but his double percentage was what let him down.
Yeah, it did quite severely. Let's have a little think here. Look at the ball. Oh, okay.
137.
Well, Mensah looking to apply some kind of pressure, needs a treble to leave a finish.
140.
But this, Dan, would be the biggest checkout of the weekend if he hits this.
Yeah, we'll keep saying it. Maybe he's having a lit one. Not going to be this one. Couple 20 now.
64.
Leaves himself 100. See that off in 2 darts. But he may not get a go at it to equal the highest checkout for the weekend.
Well, this would be a response to the 144 from Price earlier on, wouldn't it? He's moving down for treble 17. Ooh.
102. Going to require 100.
Quite like that use of the 25 there from Mensah. Tops, tops, it has to be, and he loves tops. He loves tops, Gerwyn Price.
Oh, 60.
Well, I was wondering why the pause came, because he seemed to give himself an extra moment, Gerwyn Price, and he obviously had the line in length, but unable to follow it with the second dart, and Mensah has to find the red bit at the top of the board, 39. And doesn't.
Well, hit top with one of his darts last time. Now it's down for 10s. Can the Iceman remain cool? Or would he freeze?
Game show. There's your answer. Third leg. Gerwyn Price. Fourth leg men to the throat first. Game on.
Well, I can assure you that however long this match lasts, we are not going to be short of rather aggressive and enthusiastic celebrations of winning doubles. Because Mensur has various routines, including headbutts and running around the stage. Gerwyn Price is just like some sort of testosterone-fueled bull of a man. Likes a shout, enjoys a shout. Not quite Joe Cullen earlier on.
100.
Like Edvard Munch's The Scream from Joe Cullen earlier on, when he actually took out a leg, missing so many doubles against Mensur.
Yeah, I was just thinking, Dan, you were talking about his finishing ability, Gerwyn Price, and his bottle earlier on. We don't have a kind of goal of the season equivalent in darts, but that 160 finish in the deciding leg of the UK Open quarter-final against Ian White.
130.
Shot of the season for you so far?
Well, I hope you're not overlooking the prestigious Iron Ring for outstanding bottle under pressure,
130.
which is currently held by Gerwyn Price for that exact shot.
I believe that's a per tournament decision, isn't it?
It is, yes, it is. In terms of the for the season, you're going to have to go some to beat that.
100.
You really are. I think last year, probably the best shot I saw was Raymond van Barneveld taking out 1-4-1 and deciding leg to beat Simon Whitlock, who was sat on a double in the final Euro Tour of the year, or his final Euro Tour of the year, which he needed to go on and make the final just to make the European Championship. In the end, he was beaten in the semis by Peter Wright, but it kept his hopes alive, and Mensur's hopes are alive of winning this leg. 9 next to his favourite. Oh, but he can't find it, and it's a 1-4-8 for Gerwyn Price. 2 treble 18s for tops, maybe the route. Because he went this way earlier, didn't he? Didn't he? And he hit it! Oh, but not this time.
Well, he's taken out a 1-4-4, missed the bull for a 170, then just clipped the double top wire for the 1-4-8. Gerwyn Price, the showman.
Game shot of full flag. Suljovic.
Suljovic levels.
Going to throw first. Game on.
I'm enjoying this, Dan.
I really am. I have to say, I think Gerwyn Price is he's a phenomenally talented player, but I think he's phenomenally entertaining to watch because he does have this in his locker. He is capable of going and throwing ton-plus averages. As we've seen, remember that incredible display when he really announced himself at the match play when he beat Adrian Lewis, who was averaging 110 after the first 10 legs.
55.
But he's also aggressive. He's a character. It's absorbing viewing.
Yeah, we love all that. And he will love that.
180.
And I think he's a rather exciting inclusion to the World Series of darts.
I concur.
We'll be seeing him in Vegas, I believe. Is it Vegas? Oh, no, it's not. Is it maybe China?
Yeah, Darryl Gurney in Vegas.
Darryl Gurney in Vegas with Max Hopp, that's right.
Correct.
65.
Is it Dubai? Dubai he's off to. There we go.
Not a bad gig if you can get it, is it, Dan?
It's all right. Dubai for a couple of days, play some darts, hang around by the pool.
156. Well, he's going to get a short double. It's just whether it goes in or not, isn't it? See?
Yeah.
Oh, let us down, man.
Feels like he's let himself down. He's expecting it to go in.
140.
Oh, I see. It's because Suljovic wasn't on a finish. Just laid up. Plonked it on the green a few yards away from the hole.
Yeah, it's the ones where they're on a finish. They're the ones that really hurt.
Yeah.
Save them for the breaks are thrown.
Game shot
And a 13 darter for Gerwyn Price.
6 flag men to the throw first. Game on.
So Michael van Gerwen and Jelle Klaassen are already going to compete in the semi-finals, and we already know that Peter Wright awaits the winner of this. Will it be Gerwyn Price in his first European Tour semi? Or will the number 3 seed Mensur Suljovic make it 3 out of the top 4 seeds getting that far? Well, Gerwyn's not happy with something. Is Mensur doing some antics as he walked past him then? Because Gerwyn Price looked in disgust.
You don't want to pick a fight with Gerwyn Price.
Wow,
Really want to pick a fight with Mensur Suljovic, man. Just stay well clear. Whatever they, just do whatever they say. Irresistible force and immovable object with these two.
97.
Yeah, there probably couldn't be a more inappropriate nickname, could there? There is a reason behind Mensur Suljovic being called the Gentle. However, it's kind of out of date now because the pub that it's named after he doesn't own anymore.
It's not even called that anymore either, is it?
Yeah,
138.
Sold it to two of the Rodriguez brothers, isn't it?
Yes. Roby John and Roxy James, the RJ rods. Two of the many thousands of RJ rods that populate Austria.
Now, Suljovic is going to be on a rather handy finish here. Maybe even 24. Well, no, it's on the bull route. So, Going Price missed the dart. For the biggest finish of them all earlier on, can he take it out this time? The answer is no. But he's going to leave it handy.
96.
Well, it could be the first time that Mensur Suljovic has thrown first in a leg and not had to survive a dart from Going Price for a big finish, and you expect this is going to go. Ooh. Still expect it. Well, I never. What is going on? Mensur Suljovic has missed 2 darts at double 14. He can't believe it.
Doesn't understand. Well, understand this. Double 10 for a 2-leg cushion. For the Welsh starting wizard, Going Price moves within 2 legs of a semi-final here at the very first European Tour event of 2017. A year that just seems to be getting better and better for that man.
Well, Going Price. A man who is... If you're going to plot your PDC career, having turned up as a nobody at Q School. Now, have a year, have a look around, get your bearings. Then make a final.
100.
Then go and win one. Then maybe win another one. Then make your first major final. I mean, it's just... if you wrote that down, that'd be dreamlike stuff. But that's exactly what Going Price has done and done. And he may be about to go and win a first Euro Tour.
Too many players just want to stay in the top 64 after 2 years.
Not have to go back to Wigan and get a tour card after a couple of years. The man could move above Simon Whitlock. He'd go level with Simon Whitlock in money, and because of, you know, if he won this, and he'd go ahead of him on count back, which is how they do it. He's fired in a 180 there. That's his second of this match. He would be in the top 16 in the world.
Fantastic stuff from Going Price, and his average has risen above 100, and he's on an 11 dart leg here.
41.
To move within 1 and continue his sublime record against Suljovic. There's a double top. And Mensur Suljovic now has a simple equation that sounds simple but is very, very difficult. 4 straight legs required before Going Price wins 1.
Well, Going Price, it's not as if we weren't aware he could do this. The UK Open final. Well, the UK Open finals
60.
On the final day, he averaged 97 over 19 legs, 96 over 20 legs, and then in the final, 17 legs, he averaged 97 again. He is capable of averaging
60.
around that right the way through the day. And in a shorter format, you can see fluctuations in that. He may average a little bit higher. Could play better than he did in the last day of the UK Open finals, of course. But that's what he's doing today, pretty much. Wasn't quite that high against Kevin Painter,
87.
It was in his previous round, and he's averaging around about the 100 mark right now, and is making a very welcome habit of taking out, or at least giving him a chance at big finishes. And they can win your games.
Certainly can, but oh, look at this. Great guide. Can he follow it with at least one other dart? Mensur Suljovic is a man that many players, even ones ranked above him, find a bit of a nuisance to play against. None of that from Going Price.
Oh. Seems to love it. Loving that. That is 180, number 3 for Going Price. He's left himself 74 for the match. And Suljovic is only going to get 1 dart.
I thought he was going to go and take the ball that dart out and try again. He just stepped forward. Didn't realise.
No, don't fancy that. Double before, and it has to go, Mensur. It has to go. There's no other option. You can't give this man a shot. Oh, and he's bust his score. He has bust his score. And Gerwyn Price looks at 74. He took this out in leg 6. He's only going to get one dart. 16 leaves his favourite double top for a 6-2 win. And Gerwyn Price has been superb. And he is through to his first ever Euro Tour semi-final. The Welshman's career is going from strength to strength to strength. 101 average, knocks out the second best player on the European Tour of 2016. And he's through to the last 4 in the opening event of 2017. He takes on the world number 3, the man who beat him in the UK Open final just a short while ago, Peter Snakebite Wright. Will it be revenge for the Iceman on a place in the final of the Happy Bet German Darts Championship? Let's hear from him now.
Michael van Gerven gegen Jelle Klaassen und Gerwyn Price gegen Peter Wright. Congratulations, Gerwyn. It looks like you love to play against Mensur. It's your 5th win in the 6th match.
Yeah, he always plays well against me, but I know what I'm up against, and I seem to pull the game out of the bag when it matters.
Against Peter Wright now in the semis. That's the revenge of the UK Open final. Interesting match for us, for you as well.
Yeah, Peter's a great player. I'm good friends with Peter, but I'm sure it's going to be a good game. There's a couple of games to catch up. I think I'm about 5-1 down, so hopefully I'll make it 5-2.
Yeah. We're looking forward to that. Thank you very much. Good luck. Gerwyn Price. Ja, Mensur sagt, er ist ein richtig guter Spieler. Irgendwie läuft es gegen ihn so gut. Und er kann sich also jetzt revanchieren für die Finale bei den UK Open gegen Peter Wright. Na klar, Peter Wright ein guter Spieler, wird schwierig, aber er schaut, was da geht. Das war das